I was just on my way home from doing another video. Happened to glance at this gorse as I walked past. Lo and behold, there was a veritable needle in a haystack. Or what I suppose and always thought would be a needle in a haystack until a few months ago when I found the species in question just before Christmas. At the time, it was new to Nottinghamshire. But there's an added bonus on the shot that you're going to see next. Here's an interesting piece of gorse. And you're thinking, oh, what's so interesting about gorse? Gorse is tennerpenny, it grows everywhere. You can't stop it from growing everywhere. And one bit of gorse is pretty much like any other bit of gorse. But this little particular bit of gorse is interesting because there's two species of moths on here. And one answers a question that I've asked myself and wondered about for many years. On the lower part here, look, there's a moth lying lengthways up that particular stem of gorse, and that's Tortricodes alternella, which is an early flying species. If you watch any of my moth trapping videos this time of year, you'll get fed up of seeing it or hearing it, but it's a common moth that would turn up in woodland, predominantly oak woodland. And for years I'd wondered where it spent its days. I presumed that it would be on the branches or in the bark of oak trees. I dare say that 999 out of 1,000 Tortricodes alternella do just that. But this one has took to resting for the day on this gorse. So that answers a personal little question. But on the stem that goes vertical through the picture, you'll see that light area of the stem, and that is the mine of Phyllonorycter ulicicolella. The larva will be in there, and I'm going to take this stem home and try and rear it through to adult. I'm going to look for any others on this particular gorse, but this is an isolated bit of gorse. So, two moths on one little piece of gorse, and yes, it was the leaf mine of Phyllonorycter ulicicolella that I noticed first. How fabulous is that? Tortricodes alternella camouflaged. That's quite amazing. That, I say, the first thing I noticed was the leaf mine of Phyllonorycter ulicicolella really stands out. Gorse is always the colour of the stem in the lower part of this stem, or in these other stems. You can see how conspicuous the mine actually is. To coin a phrase, you may think it's like looking for a needle in a haystack, but I can see now, looking on this isolated bit of gorse, that there are a number of mines on here. Good job I've got my penknife with me. I should have brought a container. But it's also a timely reminder that these kind of things can be looked for in your county. There's probably be few county records of this moth. It's not a moth obviously seen as an adult, and indeed it was only towards the back end of 2022 that found it new to Nottinghamshire myself. It's something I've been looking for years, so nice to eventually find it. The Tortricodes alternella there is altogether a bonus. So two moths for the price of one. So here's a little recap then. There's your colour of your gorse stem, but where the mines are, they won't be on the thick woody stuff, but look how easy they are to see. And they are just having a nice casual glance, taking your time looking over the plant, and they can stand out like sore thumbs once you've got your eye in, so to speak. And the darker areas you can see in the sort of yellow colouring of the mine. That's where the frass has accumulated. And the lava will be a good 4 millimetres in there. So that's what you're looking for. There's your normal gorse coloration, and there's the obvious mine. By no means as difficult as you may think. It's not the needle in a haystack job that even I thought it was. But timely reminder, something you can go out and look for now. And provide your candid recorder with a very welcome record, I'm sure. So that's leave mine of Phyllonorycter ulicicolella with a supporting cast of Tortricodes alternella. Now there's 2 nice names for you to rattle off the tongue.